you lovely people, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. I'm so glad you've joined me today because otherwise I'd be talking to myself. Oh, nothing new there I suppose. Never mind. We're on Chinooka Arts Altered Playing Card today. The prompt for this week is dark blue, and it's also another be free, which means that we don't fiddle things about, we just stick them down. If you're new to this challenge, then you'll find the details down below, and the main thing is we're collaging onto a surface, and we've got to keep one thing constant throughout the whole thing. Some people are using stamps, tickets, thread, all kinds of things. I'm using these dolls playing cards as a nod to the fact that this is supposed to be a playing card because it's Altered Playing Card Challenge. And we bring something forward from last week's card. Here is last week's card. I've noticed it's just gone a bit bendy. And so this is a carry forward from last week's card, that bit there. This is a carry forward from last week's card, that bit there. This is a carry forward from last week's card, that bit there. And this is what she was cut out of, so I've got these words that maybe I'll use this week, maybe I won't. I'm going to stuff her underneath there because she's a bit... So let's get on, shall we? Oh, I've got this as my image for this week, which is a bit of fun. It's another one from Art House Whimsy, from that same kit that I've been using. This is something that's still left over from, I'm trying to remember what the kit name is and I can't off the top of my head. But I kind of like that. That actually would go quite nicely with that. Oh, I've not to do that. So that's going to be my focal image. So I just need to get on with and put down some background. And am I going to use this? Oh, I did have a thought about actually using this as my background, cutting it out and actually using it as my background, as my card. I quite like that idea. I'm going to do that. So let's just draw around here. Now, is that a bit of a cheater? I don't think so. Right, it just gives me a nice background to start with. So let's think. Right, I've not to think. We've got a background. We now need to do some collaging on top of it. So let's take a bit of this. No, I'm not to do that. Just stick it down, Kirsten. I ended up really enjoying just sticking down last week, but it's clearly it's not something I do automatically. I like to fuss. Right. And that is interesting that 2 weeks, I think now in a row, first thing I've done is I've stuck a bit up that side. What does that tell me? It must tell me something, though I don't know what it is. I quite like this. This is, might still keep that. I like this. Now this week, part of the challenge was not to have everything already torn out, but I've decided I'm not particularly bothered about that. Chinooka said she felt it changed. I didn't feel that at all. I'm quite happy just to keep on. Just put this up here, I think. I'm quite happy just to keep on going. This is a bit of that paper I made for Nope, that's where it's got to go now, Kirsten. For the floating pocket I made the other week. Let's just put that down there. Oh. Oh, I like that there. I might put another bit of that over here actually. There's no might because I've torn it. I've said I'm going to, so I've just got to do it now. I want to put it down so it's on this corner kind of idea. Yeah. Oh, maybe not quite. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that, am I? Just, you've got to put it back down where it was, Kirsten. Put it back down where it was. Even though it was squinty, you're going to have to just live with it being squinty. Oh, I might have straightened it a bit. Might not be so squinty any longer. Let's put that aside for maybe using next week. Let's get a bit from last week in. I want to put a bit of this one in. I'll put this one in. I do want to use a bit of this. This has been carried for. I think I'm going to use a bit of this just because it's then I like the colour of it. And I like the fact it's like a, oh yeah, I like that. That's good. That's good. Just wondering whether to use a wee bit of this as well. Got to use it now, Kirsten. I don't think it matters if you pull forward more than one item. Somebody who shall be remain nameless, Jodie Lewis, has got 2 permanent items on the go because she can't make up her mind which one to do, so she's just doing them both. A ticket and a stamp. Oh, I don't like that. I think we should be allowed to take off the things we don't like. It looked quite good before, but now it's on. It's just, it looks awkward. So I'm going to take that off. Could have stuck something on top of it, I suppose. Numbers. This is from the back of a checkbook. This is February, isn't it? Shall I just cut out February's? Let's cut out February and just use February. Lots of people won't even know what this is, because this was for the days before you had bank cards that you could go to the machine and draw money out, because you would write a cheque and they would mark on the date that you cashed a cheque that day and you weren't allowed to cash another cheque that day, which was interesting way that things used to be. It's quite funny when you think back on it, isn't it? Right, let's put that there. And it's the writing that's the dark blue rather than the background, but I like that. I like that. Do I want anything else? Oh, I like this as well, didn't I? This is a bit of my own painting. I want to just put a bit over the edge there. Right. You're going to hide the February, Kirsten. That's the problem with that. Why don't you tear that down the other way and take it down the centre, and that'll just stop that being quite so. Oh, and I need to put my playing card in somewhere. let's put my playing card in here and then stick this over that. So let's just take this one. That's the 5 of clubs. Let's stick that down there like that. And then I'm going to stick this on top of it like that. One of the things that she wants people to do is to leave the one of the corners clear. So that's me leaving one of the corners clear. Do I want to put anything else? I want something else kind of down here a bit. We could put another bit of that, put a bit of that. No, no, no. Oh, this was a bit I had from, I know that was something else, wasn't it? But no. I quite like the idea of using a bit of this. Oh, I could use the, just wonder about using that, the words along the bottom there. Let's use them. I think I want to ink these up. And this 1959, the last time this beast was spotted. This is the Loch Ness Monster. It's nothing like any of the Loch Ness Monster pictures I've seen in the past. And I don't mind that that's going over there. I'll just cut that off. Where's my image? Do I want to cut him out or leave? I think I want to do a bit of cutting out. I want to kind of leave him as is, but I also want to cut him out because I love that cresting wave there. But I don't want to have to cut round all those teeth and stuff. It reminds me a bit of the dragons in the book written by, was it Robin Mark that wrote them? It's that kind of, not quite what you expect a dragon to be. Yeah, because I like that bit. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I'll have to go down there. Because I wasn't supposed to. Let's just ink it up again. And a lot of this card's been covered up, so the question could be, well, why did you bother? Well, I bothered because I did. I just wanted to, that map's totally disappeared as well, hasn't it? That globe. Do I want it there or do I want it over a bit? Take it up a bit. Yeah. Well, that's a bit of nonsense, isn't it? Not very dark blue, actually. Let's get a distress crayon out. Well, that's my greens and yellows and neutrals and things. We need a blue or blue. That's my darkest blue, isn't it? Let's just get some dark blue on here. Let's put some around here, and let's just put some up here to sort of try and darken that down a bit. It all just needs to be brought down a bit. Now, the way I like to smudgy in my is I like to use it's just because I think you can get more, you get a wider smudge when you do it this way than with a, I could use my, oh yes, just knock that all back. Let's just put some on there as well. Just makes it look more like it was part of the, when it's on a digital, just helps marry it in with the rest of the digital, whereas if you use the paintbrush, it just seems to make it a bit separate. Just put some in here. I'm also going to just use this to edge it as well. Let's trim, and I can do the other edgy bits, can't I? I hope you can see how, oh, I haven't done in there, have I? I haven't done this bit. But you can see how using the Distress Crayon just takes it from being, is it dark blue or is it just blue, to it's dark blue. I'm going to put a wee bit more on, but we're I need some more around here. That's done enough on the, and you see if this was a paintbrush, then it doesn't stay on the brush while you're doing other bits. Let's just get that along there, and just along that top bit there. That's really made that kind of a stormy sea round about him more, hasn't it? Just put a bit more in here. Taking it into his mouth a bit, just to last time the beast from below the waves was seen. Loving it, loving it. So let me have a look. We've got our dark blue, we've got our carry forward, we've got several carry forwards, we've got our continual, which is our card. So we're all done and dusted. So this is Deck Challenge 3, and it's dark blue, Be Free. I might not have managed the Be Free as well this time round as I managed it last time round. And let's stamp the date. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. Bye for now. Keep crafting.